You know what bothers me, lad? You know what bothers me? The fact that old man Krash is at home sitting behind a keyboard typing, oh, I'm going to kick your head in. I'm going to beat you. Like, fam, you had your chance last show, and guess what happened? You ran away and lost in another match. You were going to lose to me, so you bitched out and then wrestled Chris Law, and guess what? Man, you took that fat out. You got shit on. Look, fam, we get it. You don't want the smoke. But if you're going to keep running your mouth over social media, face me like a man, bitch.
Let me see if I can talk your language. Lad. You see, homie, you're right, I'm sat here posting on Instagram and you comment away, coming after me. Have I upset you? Did I not buy you alcohol when you pulled me aside in the street and be like, hey Krash, can you buy me and my boys some alcohol, please? Well, because you're a kid. You see, homie, you say, fight you like a real man. Am I living rent-free in your head? Do you have a point to prove coming after me? Do you need to fight me to prove a point to yourself? Is that why you keep coming after me? You say, I need to challenge you like a real man. Kid, why don't you step up to my plate?
Hello and welcome to What It Was Called Heat. I am Daniel Crowe. As you saw, things are definitely heating up at Adrenalin Pro Wrestling between Kid Valiant and Jayson Krash. So tonight, we're finding out exactly what's going on between these two and what is leading them to their match at Adrenalin Pro Wrestling's Breakout House Party. Firstly, I just wanted to thank everyone who is here tonight and that we can be nice and mature about this. Now, Kid Valiant, you were the first one to post something about this particular match that's going to be happening at Breakout House Party. Why are you calling out Jayson Krash?
Why am I calling out Jayson Krash? Why wouldn't I call out Jayson Krash? The mofo dodged me back in February. You know, this match was announced, and guess what? KV's that much of a draw. Ticket sales went up. If it wasn't for me, this match wouldn't get much attraction. Of course, I'm going to call out the person who dodged me. Why wouldn't I? He's scared of me. He was going to lose to me. And quite simply, it's going to happen.
Well, it wasn't really his fault there. I mean, we had a massive talent drop out, and it was all, you know, all hands on deck to try and scramble to make a better show, and we did get a better show out of it. And you had a very solid match yourself. I think you should be very proud of that.
I had a solid match that got changed about 5 different times when I rocked up to the venue. I was still expecting to be wrestling Krash, but of course, he bitched out. Like I said, he didn't want to face me like a man. Ain't that right, man? Ain't that right? Little pussy old trying to dodge me.
Oh man, no, I can't. Hey, like, look, at the bottom of nearly every single wrestling poster, it says card subject to change. And like the young goat, like, was so keen to wrestle me. That's humbling, man. That's real humbling that you were that keen to wrestle me, that you were like, you just got this worked up that I pulled out. I didn't pull out, man. The cards change, things happen. I just roll with it. And look, I get it. You're still in that stage where you need to really prepare for your opponent, and you probably studied tape left, right, and center of how I move, and you're ready for me, and that's fine, right? And then the card changed, and you were caught off guard, and that's why you're shitty about it. I get it, man. I'd be cut too, but you know, you'll get to that stage when you can just adapt to any situation, man. But we're here now. You've got like months of like study that you've already done on me, man. So I like it. It's going to be cool though, right?
But was there any chance that this match could have happened either way at Pandemonium 2.0? I mean, surely it didn't affect the outcome, I don't think.
Oh, absolutely, it could have happened. But like I said, he dodged me. Yes, card subject to change, but we were the one match that could have happened. No, you wanted to face buddy Chris Law for the title, and guess what? You lost. Just like every other title match you've had at APW, you took L after L after L. You got on. It's as simple as that.
But hang on, Kid. The bigger thing with that one is he did have the title won. I mean, if we didn't have the interference from, if he didn't have the influence of Conflict Axiom being there, he would have won, hands down.
Sure. Sure, he would have. Look, I dipped halfway through the match because I got free catering, and a couple of fans wanted to see me. You know what? I gotta, I gotta contribute to my community services within APW because I am that much of a draw. So I
Jason,
wouldn't know if he won the match or not. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even care. Even if it's for the title, he'll still lose to me. It's quite simple.
Jace, as the veteran here, do you feel that he's being very disrespectful here? Because obviously he is.
Look, I don't, right? And here's the thing, KB. I've said this before and I've said this again. There was a time where I watched this kid wrestle, right? And I think he was wrestling at NAW, all right? And he had this absolute banger of a match. And I grabbed him by the shoulders after the match. I'm like, dude, that was amazing. Keep doing you. And you know what happened? Sure, the bright lights hit him. He was getting booked left, right, and center, and his ego tripped. All right. And he keeps telling me, and he's like, yo, you don't want the smoke. You know what? I don't. You know why? Because what comes before the smoke is the fire, man. And you're blowing smoke because your fire is dead. You are just embers blowing smoke. And in all seriousness, man, if I'm going to be smoking something, it's going to be a lot better than your bloody strawberry kisses vape, bruv. And that's why you're top tier, because you stopped caring, bruv. Like,
what was there to care about? What was there to care about? The fans, like, the fans not caring about me. The fans not giving me anything. I was losing match after match after match after match. I had the match with Mad Dog and I won by pure dumb luck. I'll be completely honest there. And then I get chucked in shitty tag matches. I get chucked in fucking triple threat matches. And guess what? I'm taking L's, but who's taking the pin? Not me. I'm losing for no apparent reason, and the crowd was giving up on me. And the one chance the crowd could maybe give me a little something is by wrestling you. And guess what? Because you dodged me, the crowd couldn't give less of a shit about me. And that's why I'm angry. I'm angry that you dodged me. I'm angry that you ruined everything I could have accomplished in APW. Saying I'm on an ego trip.
Here's the thing, man. You left the fans. So you're relying on me to get credibility again, is what I just heard. You're relying on me to get credibility again, to get the fans caring about you again. You said it yourself. I dodged you, and that was your one chance for the fans to give a shit. What, wrestling me was your one chance. Do you know what? I'm humbled the fact that you see me that top tier that I can elevate your career, but you're forgetting, my son. You're already up there, dude. You've won, what, DMDU's heavyweight title before. You've got your FWA title over your shoulders, but you're relying on me to elevate you. You said it yourself. You need to learn how to do that on your own. But you know what? If you think me kicking your talented ass is going to elevate you, then hell yeah, let's go. But at the end of the day, son, I've been in your position before. I've had that ego trip. Hell, I buried myself, bro. And I scratched, clawed, got to where I am today. You know what? Sure, I've taken loss after situation after situation, but I did not turn on the fans. Why? Because of our reason that we are here. You know, stick a vape in your mouth and think that's going to change your circumstances. Don't blame me, blame yourself. You need me to elevate you again? I'll do it, bro. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm humbled that you think I can do that for you. You know what I mean? And at the end of it, hell, I'll sign a t-shirt and give it to you. So you can remember the experience.
That's cute. Very cute.
KV, I know you are focusing on this match, and you have your heart set on it. But why go after somebody who doesn't have a title? Why don't you go after, say, Chris Law? Why don't you go for the APW heavyweight championship that's now vacated? Why are you focusing on this?
I want to go after the heavyweight championship. It is vacated. Good point. Like Samson and I, one of my best pals is saying, put the title on the line. Put the title on the line. Come on. Put the title on the line. It's quite simple. I don't give a shit about titles. I couldn't care less. I care about getting dubs after dubs after dubs and people getting shit on. It's quite simple. And Crash, in all honesty, I'll be completely honest there. Like you being a fanboy, I'll be a fanboy for you right now. You are one of the strongest talents in APW. Absolutely. That's why I'm going to take you down. Take down the top tier talent so I can rise above that. So I can become that top tier talent within that company. Yes, I already think I am one of those. And like you said, I already am. But no, after knocking you back, I'm set for glory. I am set for glory.
You know what? I think that's the smartest thing I think you've ever said in your entire existence, my friend. You're right. I'm top tier. I'm up there. You know what? I didn't do that just what? Because someone handed it to me, got better every single day. Went out there and still after loss, the fans still gave a shit and they still cheered. Man, the moment the fans stopped cheering, I'm nothing. And I got myself there, and that's humbling as shit, man. And you think taking me out is going to elevate your career? You know what, man? I'm humbled that you said that, and you're right. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. The reason that I am top of the food chain at the moment is the fact that I am that good. And if you think you can step up to me, then you know what, man? Hats off to you. So I'm moving the best I have in my life, man. And maybe that's what pisses you off. I'm nearly twice your age and moving better than you. More switched on than you.
Oh, moving better than me. Aren't you the same guy who can't get out of bed in the morning because your knees are shot? Aren't you the same guy who lands on his head after a failed botch flip? Brother G, I'm the young goat for a reason. I'm agile. I have a lot of stamina. Mate, I'm just too crisp in that ring. I am quality. You don't move better than me, lad. I move better than you. And that's a solid fact. And ain't nobody can tell me otherwise.
You know what? And that's fair. You know what? That's fair. You're right. My body is sore getting out of bed every morning. Yeah, that's true, man. Everyone's got a bump clock. My body is sore. My body is shot. But at the end of the day, son, yeah, you know what? You might move better than me. But for someone my size being as agile and as quick as I am, maybe that scares you. Maybe that's why you feel you need to take me out. Prove a point. That's cool. That's cool. I'm used to it, man. Sitting at the top, someone's got to take you out. Here's the thing. I've got years of experience behind me now. I've had my ego trip. I've swallowed my pride. I've eaten shit, gone to the bottom, and then crawled way back up to where I am now. So maybe, you know what? Your speed could be better than me. Mental stamina is better than yours. That's only something experience can get, son. But you know what? If you think you can take me and you think you can put my shoulders on the mat for that 3 count, that is fine. But you've got a lot to learn.
Jace, I just want to ask because we have obviously had you on the main podcast, and you have told me that you have had a bit of a past. Have you felt the exact same way that KV's feeling tonight?
Hell yeah, man.
And how have you humbled yourself from this?
And this is what KB forgets, man. I walked into this industry humbled, and then I realized it was good. Then I went on an ego trip. People started wanting to book me here, there, and everywhere. You know what? That ego trip, that glory, the lights, the bookings, the main events were stunning. And then I forgot the purpose. I forgot the reason of why we do what we do. And then I hit rock bottom. And I had to really quickly figure out who I was as a person, where I stood in the pecking order to slowly get back to where I am today. So still with the speed, with the mental knowledge that I've got, you know what? Times have changed, years have changed. At the end of the day, KV, talented as hell, man. But what's going to cost you your match is you, not me. This match is simply just going to be me in the ring watching you beat yourself.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. You think the only way I'm going to humble myself is by listening to all those selfish, arrogant people who only care about themselves, who only care about their one night of entertainment rather than what's going on in that ring. You really think that's going to humble me? You really think this is going to get my ego check in line? No, I already got my ego check. And it starts with 3 letters. CGS. And I'm quite sure you'll see them very soon. You may even heard of them. But until then, they're my ego check in the back. They're the people backing me up. They're the ones filling me up and telling me how damn good I am and that I don't need this match. I don't need this match. But you know what? I want this match. And like I said earlier, I need it too. I need it. I want it. And this is going to happen. It's going to be quite simple. You're going to live up to your name. You're going to crash and burn, and you'll be left in smoke. And like you said, you don't want any. It's going to end with me, with my hand raised and my ego check in the back saying, well done. You did what you were going to do. It's quite simple, man. I ain't going to listen to those fans. Those fans are selfish as shit.
Okay, hang on. Think let's go back for a little bit. Let's pretend that you're, the 10-year-old kid who's watching wrestling. Could you respect somebody who's talking like that to a veteran right now, the way you're doing right now?
Do you think I would care? Do you honestly think 10-year-old KV would care? Nah, 10-year-old KV was dreaming about being on the big stages.
But
But Dan, you're a little bit biased here because I know you're a Jayson Krash fanboy. So if you're gonna ask me questions that relate to the whole situation that's happening, it'll be very much appreciated. So
I'm not trying to be.
No, you are supporting him. You're supposed to be the middle ground here. You're supposed to solve this shit you think is happening. If you're not gonna be this middle ground, why am I here? Why am I wasting my time on this Zoom meet? I could be doing other things, bruv.
All right.
Explain that. That's my question to you. Why are you a Jayson Krash fanboy?
Well, I'm not trying to be Jayson Krash fanboy here. What I'm trying to do, if you let me finish, is you are an icon to so many people, especially to young kids and young fans. And talking this way.
See,
100%,
you KP, you don't even have a bloody clue what's going on around you, man. And this is the thing. Asking yourself, are you? Man, you don't give a shit. That's the problem, man. That's what's happened. Told you this from day one, man. Asking if you have fans. Asking you have people that back you. Man, you look at my win-loss record from last year. I'll be the first to tell you. I reckon I won like twice. You know who got me into that heavyweight title picture? The fans. Not me. The fans. The fans pushed me there, man. And you say you don't need your ego check. And that's fine. You know what? If you don't believe you don't need your ego check, that's fine. Brilliant. You switched on. You're ready to go. You've got people in the back that are boosting you up. You forget the people that were boosting you up right in front of your face, man. That's why you're in the position that you are now. Like I said, man, you're talented as hell. And I'm humbled as to wrestle you. But you're coming into it with the wrong mindset, man. You forget. Richie Taylor pinned him. Chris Law nearly had him. Why? Mindset. Because I realized what's going around me, the bigger picture. You know what's funny? You used to be a Jayson Krash fan too, and then you realized what? I'm better than him. So yeah, you know what? Use me as a stepping stone to get to the top. When that stone slips out from underneath you, and that stone is the thing that's pinning you 1, 2, 3, don't come bitching and whinging to me that you couldn't get the job done.
Is this the answer you wanted, Dan? Is this the answer you want? Your number one favorite wrestler? Is that the answer? Is that what you wanted me to say? Exactly word for word what he said?
No, I just wanted to hear.
Ask me some questions that are worth my time.
All right.
Dan, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think his problem is? You've been around. You've seen it.
I don't want to be impartial, and I don't want to seem like I'm supporting you, but I think maybe the fame and maybe just everything that he's been doing the last 6 months to a year has got to his head.
He's achieved. Yep. Fame.
I'm sorry, KV, but I have been following you since you started, and I know how humble you were when you first started, and to see you act like this now, I don't know what to think. To be honest, I'm a little ashamed.
You're ashamed.
A little bit, yeah.
Ashamed of how good I am. From Newcastle to Melbourne.
Not how good
everybody
you are.
knows who the young goat is, and everybody knows the young goat can wrestle. Even to New Zealand, I went abroad. Krash, have you went abroad? I don't think so. I don't recall you going abroad. Nah. Listen, I'm internationally noticed. I've been on ICW. I've been at Heathen Pro. I've wrestled Robbie Eagles. I've wrestled some of the best this country has to offer. Everybody knows who I am. Mate, I am jealous of the people who don't know who Jayson Krash is, because I wish I was one of them. I genuinely do.
In saying that as well, you come from a different generation. Jayson comes from where we didn't really have that social media presence. You have that, and you have an amazing fan base. So that's why you keep going to all these places, not just because of your talent, but you have that sort of exposure. Jayson didn't. If we had this 10 years ago when he first started, think of where he could have been. Honestly, think about it.
At the same position he's at. At the same position he's at.
More than likely. More than likely.
Even he admits that. See,
you know, and that's fine.
I speak facts. Let's go. Gang.
That's fine. And you know what? Was my dream to go overseas? Was my dream to be known? But that's fine. And this is the thing. And this is the thing, this, the real difference between me and you and KV, right? You walked into this industry talented as hell, man. Right? You walked in this industry talented as hell, could go. All right. I didn't pick up that quick. I didn't. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm what, like in and out of the industry for the last like 10, 12 years now, whatever it is, bouncing in and out of the industry. Right. And now, what am I, 30, 32 this year? I'm the fittest I've ever been. At 32, man, my good years are behind me. I had to work my ass off to get to where I am today. Twice as hard as I reckon you did. And like you said before, you are jealous of the people that don't know me. That's funny. Because you're the person chasing me. You love the fact that you know me. Because you know what? And it's cool as hell because you can see what I can do and you see what I'm capable of. And that is something that you're chasing because you need to beat that. Like you said, you've wrestled Robbie Eagles. If I'm on your hit list, I must be doing something right. So, you know what? Man, I'll shine my boots, I'll put my gear on, I'll go. But someone as a top tier as yourself, because you are, like your Eagles, you've gone into state. I'm not going to say this is not going to be a challenge for me. I'm simply just saying, man, that you might have to swallow your words and swallow your pride after house party.
Well, gentlemen, it looks like we've come to the end of this. Just want to ask, firstly, we'll go with KV. What is your strategy going into April 21st?
What's my strategy? Making sure this mofo doesn't dodge me. Quite simple, actually. And if he does dodge me, I got a few backup plans in mind. I got backup plan after backup plan after backup plan. And like I said, there's 3 letters that are my ego check, and they always have my back too. So if he dodges me, he's going to be in a rough night at house party. It's quite simple. And then afterwards, after I beat him, going to go to the bar, get a few drinks, and get rowdy, because that's what the Yongo does.
Jayson, what's your strategy?
And I'm going to do what I do every single night. I'm going to walk into that ring, I'll hear the roar of the Adrenalin crowd, man. That's all I need. Because that place tells me that I'm in the right place and doing what I do. You know what? If KV's coming in there, KV's more worried about the fact that he thinks I'm going to dodge him again, not about the fact that how hard I'm going to hit him. And that's fine.
Adrenalin Pro Wrestling Breakout House Party is happening April 21st. Tickets available. Link is all in the description. Kid Valiant, Jayson Krash, thank you very much for being part of What If It's Cool Heat.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yep.
So as you can see, it did get pretty heated, and well, I'd like to firstly thank Kid Valiant and Jayson Krash for their time, and I wish them both good luck at Adrenalin Pro Wrestling's Breakout House Party, and we'll see you down there. With that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow the show on all socials. It can be found at What If It's Cool. And until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.